Tonight I'm going to try out this little hacked radio here. It is the Sony Walkman from the early 90s. Back at the time, everybody had one. You know, even if it was a different brand, but the word Walkman basically came from Sony. It's like what we call a Hoover, but Hoover's a brand. But the Sony Walkman came from Sony. Now somebody found out a way of hacking this, and it is actually a slow scanning box. But yes, a lot of radio does come out of it, come through, but it does give it an opportunity when you do get a response that you may get more than one word coming out. So I haven't used this box very much, so I'm going to try it tonight. Right, I have an incense burner there and some candles on. And I'm going to turn this light off. Can you use this radio to speak tonight? Could you tell us what your name is?
It's Saturday.
In the last video, people were saying they're seeing orbs. This is it's a powerful little night vision, and it does pick up dust particles very, very well. So just be aware of that. Is there any spirits here tonight? Can you tell me how many communicators are here tonight? If you're here in the room with me, could you make them lights flicker, those candles? Let us know you're here.
Dedicated.
Do you know? Do you know who I am?
I read often. Timothy.
Well, this would go nicely after them. For me, it's just right up. This next sentence.
If you're present in the room, can you show yourself as the light on if you're here?
Technology has made it.
I'm going to go to the other side of the camera, okay? It's blocking my way in. Hold on a second. You have an opportunity to speak.
Station master.
By using the radio.
As they travel.
Do you like the candles I lit for you?
Maximum taste. Go for it.
I have an old medal here. I can't remember what I can't see in the light. But it's from 1928.
On my radio. I've been checking.
Yeah.
Do you know what about this medal? Could you tell me about this medal from 1928? There's white sage in that thing, and it's stinking the house out.
Local business.
The dog is not impressed. you know anything about the metal? Oh, that's hot.
Fresh to hell.
Antique corroded.
Well, a bit of help on me with the great giant, of course.
Could you tell me who owned that metal? Who owns this metal?
Needed. From the 29th of June.
Which leads on the investigation, listen.
Before the Con Cassidy.
No junction. You can say, son, no junction.
It is a long time since I used this radio.
And Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia's got nothing to do with the metal.
Innocence.
It's something to do with the boys' brigade or something. It's a road runner, but it's too small. I can't remember. See it in full light.
Was that kind? There would be some decent driving. This is the remix of keeping up.
Something lads brigade.
Message expressed. Might even get some new.
I can't remember. But it's 1920 years.
From the north. It's not clear from. You know, I'd enlarge and unbridge in a rhino.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Today.
Your favorite foods for the whole.
Hello. Of course you would have to make noises with the bag or drink and all this kind of stuff. I'm doing this for fun. I'll give you a biscuit in a minute. Stop. Stop now.
My word is excess.
Stop it. Stop it. I know you want to give me a high five, but I'll get your biscuit when I'm finished. Just behave yourself. Stop sneezing on me. Social distancing.
.com.
Don't bite me in the flipping leg. Wait until I'm finished. My dog's annoying.
Very westerly, forced.
It's the Martha. The man. Just good hand hygiene.
Good hand hygiene. High five. I get the toothbrush tonight. Do you like my dog?
From the east, with respect.
Thoughts about it.
All the times I was sitting over there and you weren't begging. And you have to beg while I'm putting the hammer on it.
It's not going to be. That's it.
Six, steady.
How many is communicating?
Through the morning.
Why did you have to take the stuffing out of the teddy bear? You're now going to create some orbs. Look, there's stuffing everywhere. Yeah. Santa Claus. You do that to every single teddy bear.
Used car from
Right, I want to cut this one short because the dog's annoying. The dog is a pain in the backside.
Jason K.
Is there anything you want to say before we finish?
My name's Colette.
Sir, I is Britain's first yes, Cabinet Secretary Michael Gove.
Take food. People are advised to avoid all the welfare of people. Okay, it's not okay.
Figures and package was formed last month.
Labour has called for
I could make a display box for that, or buy a display box for that. Folks, I'm going to finish up. As you can see, as you can hear, the spirit box lets in a lot of radio. It lets in a few words and stuff. But sometimes when you have a slow scanning box like that, when you do get a response, you may get more than just one word. You know, I have another scanning box. It's one of those little wooden chests with a circuitry inside, and it's a slow scanning box, and it has come out with good stuff. That is just a little short session on the SONY WALKMan. They come up for sale now and again, but actually start to become a hard find, you know. So I hope maybe we got responses tonight, maybe we didn't, you know. On my last video, there was people saying that they've seen orbs in the shots. Like, the thing about night vision cameras is it picks up every single thing. Now, can I categorically say that every single thing that was captured on this video and the other video, can I categorically say that it was all dust? I don't know. There was actually a question mark over one particular perfectly round object coming straight for me and then just disappeared. It didn't appear behind me and that. But there is one way of trying to get to the bottom of it. So the next time I do a spurt box session, and I should have done it in this one, but what I'm going to do in the next one is I'm going to do the spurt box session in the night vision again. I might need to do a couple of them because, you know, paranormal activity doesn't happen just like that. But the next number of spurt box sessions, whenever I do those, I must remember that I do have a ceiling fan, and I'm going to turn it on as fast as I can to create some turbulence in the air. Now, if it is dust particles, it will travel at high speed, and the air is going to come down in the middle of the room pretty quickly. So if anything travels across that against the wind, you know, then we have a question mark over it. So, you know, it will be a good, you know, a good few experiments to see, can we get something to travel through that high flow of air. And the ceiling fan can be on camera as well, and you'll see the speed of it, you know, and we'll see how it goes, you know. What I'm going to look for in that, as it says, is something travelling through that wind that's coming down in the middle of the room. And if something travels through it, you know, without a dip downwards, you know, we could be talking about something here, you know. But yeah, you have to remember that night vision cameras can pick up dust particles in the air, and the night vision lights, the IR light, will reflect off it, and depending on what that particle is, some of them are more reflective than others, and will you know, will reflect back in a different sort of shape, you know. So yeah, we'll try and get to the bottom of some of those things, because I know people had mentioned about orbs in the last video and stuff like that, but I did mention that these cameras pick up a lot of dust, and I have a dog in the house, and in this video you seen that it did tear apart the teddy bear, and the guts is all over the floor, you know. So yeah, we're looking forward to trying that out the next time I do a spurt box session, you know, because I don't want to just make a video to entertain and go, wow, you know, for people to go, wow, there's orbs in your house and stuff like that. I want to find the truth myself. I don't want to fool you, and I don't want to fool myself. So one way of trying this out is to use, you know, the fan, the ceiling fan, to provide some turbulence in that. So you will see particles of air travelling at a higher speed and stuff like that. What you're looking for is a straight across the screen, no glitches or anything like that, to go straight across the screen. That's what you'll be looking for in the next spurt box session, when the fan is going to be on at a very high speed, you know. So we'll try it out for the next one, you know. So I'm going to leave it, folks, and I'll see you in the next one.